How are you? I love you. Okay, I'm so excited for this beautiful message today. There's something here that you have figured out. You are finding this video because there's something here for you. You're finding this video because you have figured out the vibration of money. You've figured out the energy of money, how to vibe at a place that aligns you with money, that aligns you with a high sense of worth, that aligns you with your actual purpose. It's like what has been happening is your purpose, you have a very high purpose. You have an elite life purpose. So, to align with it, you have to really realize that pretty much everything on the planet isn't good enough for you. A lot of people, mistake Leos for being very self centered. It's the complete opposite. It is. It's the leader. Leos are the leader of the zodiac, and you chose to be a Leo. You chose to incarnate. But it's not just that. You were asked to be a Leo. There was a need why you incarnated here, and you're coming to realize that. There is something here about people. You could be hearing about people who are older, who are elders, and you're like hearing their story here. Okay, so there is money that is coming in for you, and this money that's coming in is to support you to be a messenger here. This is the energy. This is what I'm hearing. There is a message that you represent, that your vibration represents, whatever way it is that you are a messenger. It's a lot of different kinds of ways. It doesn't just mean you're giving people advice. It doesn't just mean you are saying the message of spirit or that you are automatic writing. It doesn't just mean that. It's a lot of different ways, but your vibration is a match to the message that spirit has to deliver so that people can receive it. So many times people say something and we miss it. We completely miss it. But this is when your vibration speaks, you can be silent. It's like your energy speaks for itself. That's what this is talking about here. I'm seeing like hooded. You connect to being on some kind of council of elders. You do. You connect to be like some kind of a council of elders, and like there's something here that's so very important, and this mission was not being completed, and you were chosen to come in and do this. You were chosen to come in and be this and vibe at this energy. At this point in your life, you're starting to realize just how important you are and how important this mission actually is, and how no encounter, no person that you pass on the street, nothing is by chance. Nothing is just, oh, it's just nothing. Everything is for them to be exposed to your vibration. That's it. That's all that all of this is about. There's something here about buildings falling here. You could hear about a building falling after you have been there. And I'm not getting any energy of people getting hurt or anything like that. I'm really not. So I don't feel like this is something, don't be paranoid about this. It's not ethical to say this kind of stuff in tarot readings. So like that's not what I mean. But you could just hear about a building that it falls. And you're literally seeing in people's lives things fall apart. You go somewhere and there's a structure there that is corrupt, not even a physical building, like some sort of a system or a government or something. There's things that are falling apart, and they are falling apart because your vibration will not allow it to stand, will not allow it to hold up anymore. So you go there, and then after you leave, things are falling apart. Chaos are coming apart in people's lives. You past places where you worked, the whole system fell apart after you left. It's like the corruption, it's like everything fell apart, everything crumbled. You know, like that's the energy. That is this energy here. That is this energy. But it's like your mission is changing in a way, and you could feel this, you could know this. You could feel and know that your mission is changing. You cannot make this up. Okay, High Priestess, the world, and the Six of Wands. There is a way that in this world you're going to be seen differently. You're going to be different. And that's what these cards are really like talking about here. You're a founder of something, or you're going to be a founder of something. There is a way that something in spirit that is true is now going to pass through the portal of this reality and be seen, be recognized. That's what the Six of Wands is on the typical Six of Wands card. He's coming back from war. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Your mission is changing here. This is what I'm saying. Your mission is... I know I just said, I keep repeating myself. But your mission is changing. Like, he was in war, and now he's coming back from war. And there now you're sleeping in your coffin. Okay. And it's Scorpio season. Of course it is. Wow, this makes so much sense. Okay, I got it. So, I'm going to explain what I mean by this. When people would go off to war, before they would go, they would sleep in their coffin. Before they would go, okay, in old times. Because it's like they would leave their worries, their sorrows. The person that they have been all this time up until the night before they're going to war was a different person. And it was a physical representation, and mentally a physical and spiritual representation of the person that I was. I am leaving that person behind to go to war. I'm going to be a different person going into this. And it's almost like paying homage to who you were, who you had to be for that. And now you're literally stepping foot into a whole other reality. Okay, or you did. This is something, a whole other storm that you stepped into. Okay, and then they go to war, and when they come back from war, they don't just go right back to their home. No. They go and they sleep in their coffin again. And why do they do this? Because there is recognizing that everything that happened, they mentally go through, physically, spiritually, emotionally, within their body, everything that they saw, everything that they did, everything that they had to be, all their worries, all their fears, all their doubts, all their hopes, all their dreams. They're like paying homage to the fact that this happened. And this is who I had to be for that. And I feel like this is where you are right now. Right now. And then when they come out of their coffin and then they go back to their home, everybody's cheering, everybody's cheering. You know? And it's almost like you don't want to cheer for this. You don't want to cheer for a war. There were lives lost, no matter what. Right? So there is a way that there is success that you're getting. There is recognition that you are getting. You're being seen. You're being celebrated, and you're going to be elevated. They're up on the horse. And the horse represents support, loyalty. A horse will lay down their life for you. No questions asked. A horse will be your best friend forever. Forever, 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 every incarnation. They will never, ever betray you. So there's something here about you getting a lot of support, you getting a lot of recognition and celebrating. But there is this energy of, I'm coming and I'm accepting this. It's going to take some time to adjust to what this is, to things being this good, to having this financial support, to having this kind of a lifestyle where you get to be the messenger of the universe. You get to this point where you are now seen as this elder. You know, Rowena Ravenclaw, that's what I'm hearing. And Rowena Ravenclaw, okay, she was a founder of Hogwarts. But there was a time before that where she wasn't a founder of Hogwarts, and she was like in the trenches fighting. She was in the trenches, you know, battling, and people thought she was nuts. People thought she was crazy. People thought she wasn't that good of a wizard, whatever. I don't know. But a lot of things happened to her, right? And it's like you don't just become a founder of something and you didn't have a struggle and everything against you and you have this insane level of knowledge, talent, experience. Like there's something here about you're going to be seen as a founder of something that you have been all along. Really. And it's kind of like this mystical way that you are an elder is coming through the portal of this world. But here's the thing, it's very important that you are this elevated figure because Rowena Ravenclaw, what she represents, it's so very important for all those other, little, wizards out there, You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like me be a founder, no, and it's like, yeah, you're the perfect person to be this founder. But it almost feels like don't be overly humble. This is what this is saying. Don't let yourself block this. You're the vibration of money and you are supposed to be. You're supposed to be the vibration of money. That's what I feel like. You could see somebody make a basket, weave a basket, or like you're somewhere and there's like a beautiful woven basket, and this could be a very fragile basket. This basket might break. You might cause this basket to break. And there's something here where you're kind of realizing that in a lot of people's lives, when you come in, your energy causes their baskets to break. But they needed to break. Because what they're carrying around with them, when you don't have something to carry it in, you can't carry it anymore. Or it becomes very apparent how uncomfortable it is to be carrying this stuff around. People's lives are going to be stripped of everything because of you, and you already went through that. And now you're being given so much, and it's almost like awkward. It's reminding me of Prince of Persia when when the king sees young Jake Gyllenhaal and he's homeless, and he makes him a prince. And I'm sure like that was very awkward. Like, oh, now I'm a prince, but I was this before. There's something here about it, but it's very important that he was a prince because he cared about the people that were homeless. You know what I mean? So there's something here about accepting the honors of this. You have to accept the crown. You have to accept the crown because you were meant to lead. Some of you might get a visitation from these hooded figures. They might show up in your room. You could be disappointed by something, and they're trying to show you. They're trying to show you that you don't need to be disappointed about this. You handled the situation with very careful handling. You handled something so very well. Like a grasshopper is like Jiminy Cricket, and Jiminy Cricket is like, the conscience of Pinocchio. And it's kind of like there's something here that you're being too hard on yourself about. So, wow. You may hear a story of a woman, it could be a young man as well, who was like a recluse. I don't even think I know what that word means. But it's like someone who, were they exiled? Were they kicked out? Does everybody kind of avoid them like the plague? Do they live outside on the outskirts, right? And every now and then they come into town, right? Like the Grinch, right? And everybody has all these wild stories about them. They live separate from nature, in nature. You may hear the story of somebody who has done that. You had a past life where you did that, and there is some sort of strength, wisdom that you are syncing up with, that you are balancing the scales, that you're balancing out during this time where you're sleeping in your coffin. There's elements that are coming to you. Strong emotion, passionate love, or hate. Wow, this is very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. There's something here about you could really notice with people, and this is something that the recluse energy is making sense why this is coming to you. Why is this coming up? Because this is something very important that you need to know. This vibration of money, it's very interesting. Because you're balancing out something that's so different. Like a soldier in war and the most peaceful, passive person on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this about? Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, it's like someone being homeless and someone being a prince. These are different lifetimes, past lives, and in this lifetime, it's the mixing of this, and it's so very necessary. It's really necessary. Wow. And passionate love and passionate hate. The vibration of money. There's something very important here about the vibration of money given to support your message, the message that you're giving to the universe. It's like all this time you go places and things have been falling apart, but now they're going to start to be coming together. It's coming together for you. There's some kind of a flip. Things could have been constantly falling apart for you. Now they're coming together for you. Could have been coming together for everybody else. Now it's time for it to fall apart for everybody else. But there's something here about this. There's something here about people being behind you and you being a founder of something. And you're starting to see how impactful your own vibration is. This is important because it's with other people. Okay. There's something here about this. There's something here about people in your life and recognizing that where you are vibing at, when you are around these people and they can support you and uplift you in such a beautiful way, and they can turn on you on a dime. They can say things, and there is this energy against you in a way. And the energy creeps up in to what is already close to you. Even if you cut this person out of your life, another person, it doesn't matter. It matters where you're vibing at, because there's like a higherness to your vibration. So everyone answers to what your vibration is. It just carries so much more weight. So people are so drastically going to be towards you where you're vibing at. So cutting them off or blah, 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 you already know that. You've already done that. At this point, people are at the mercy of what your vibration is. So if you're in a low place, there are these dark forces that are lurking, that are waiting for an opportunity, and they will influence, they will, through people that are close to you. But when you're vibing high, when you're at your set vibration where you're usually at, these people will be genuine and kind to you. And there is a point where you can't really get away from that's how it is. Passionate love or passionate hate. And the balancing. That's just what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. And there's a particular person that is really coming in to nurture you, to help you, to be there for you. It could be a younger man. It could be. And if you're looking for love and you're attracted to men, well, it could be a younger man that you're in love with, or it could be a younger man who you just really vibe with in a friendship way. And it's kind of like Tony Stark and Spider-Man vibes. You know, it's like Tony Stark, yeah, he was very wise and he was teaching things to Spider-Man, but Spider-Man believed in Tony Stark. And it made Tony Stark have a heart. And it made him, I think, forgive himself more. And there's something about you being too hard on yourself and someone having a more playful energy and telling you how great you are all the time. It's like Tony Stark was very conceited, but I think he did need somebody telling him how great he was. So then that way he didn't need to be in that conceited energy. It was almost like a defense, a protection. It's like misunderstanding. Like a lot of Leos are misunderstood as being conceited when that's not it. That's not it at all. Yeah, there's something here about receiving a lot of love and support. And it's very important that you maintain this energy. You've figured out the vibration of money, and now you're in this era of receiving. That's what this is now. That's what you switched to. You're stepping out of the coffin now. And you're accepting the crown. Yeah. What? Leo. Okay, Leo, this is what I have for you. I hope this resonates. I hope this helps you. I love you so much. If you want a personal reading, information is in the description. If you want to change and you feel like, hey, I want to do something here, hypnosis could be for you. You will know in your heart, you'll feel like, I want to do this, you know? And if you don't feel that way in your heart, then don't do it, you know? There's information in the description, okay, about it. If you're interested, on my website, you can email me about it too. Completely changed my whole freaking life. So, thank you so much.